All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to all you Wakim out there who pushing this word with all truth and sincerity, and as well as to all you believers out there who believing on the gospel. And it's the brother Kwara Abad from the GMS Houston camp. And I want to go into another lesson. I'm at the job right now too, so Salaki, if y'all may hear some wind, got a hurricane. I forget the name of it. Francine or something. That's supposed to be hitting in a Gulf. So, might be raining off and on or whatnot. But, Salaki in advance, Lord willing, y'all able to hit me so that this lesson could be edifying. But as I was in the job, just catching up on some videos, listening to some videos, and, just hearing brothers talk about this hope that we have, and, just what we have to look forward to as Israelites and everything we receive, man. And this is true comfort to find out who we are as a people, and not just who we are as a people, but that we got a land, we got a language, we have a heritage. Because these things was taken from us as so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Although you can say, well, the Mexicans got their heritage right, but it ain't the right one. You see, so coming back to who we truly are as a people, it gives us closure, man. But what I want to touch on is that as I was thinking about this, is that what we hoping in, what we believing in, you see, is this kingdom of heaven, the promises from the heavenly Father and the second covenant. Right, new bodies, Yahawashi coming and beaming us up. It's crazy because we ain't the first ones who thought that, who believed in that. We the last ones. I'm talking about in world history. We the last ones who believing in a man coming from the sky and beaming up his people. We the last ones on earth believing in the promises of the heavenly Father Yahweh. Come on, man, let's go come through his son Yahawashi. Because you go back literally since the beginning, all our forefathers been waiting on this. You see, they've been waiting on it, man. But they didn't get it yet. No matter how many reincarnations they came in, they still ain't get what they hoped for as they was on earth. I'm talking about, and Salaki, man, people just started cutting grass around here by the job. So, Salaki, Lord willing, y'all can still hear me. But I'm talking about heathens being put into subjection under us as the Israelites, just us resting as a people. Look, our forefathers, foremothers never got it. And here the Lord got us in 2024 AD, little old us, the last generation to hope in these things. And it's the thing, our forefathers never got it. The Lord got us here today to receive these things, man. And Lord willing, we're that number. You see, that's our hope. But the Lord got us here today to be that last generation, to have that same hope that our forefathers had in the beginning, and we're going to finally, Lord willing, get everything that he said. That's kind of something I was just meditating on real quick. Let's get some precepts. You see? Just to show, look, and I ain't going to get too many, It's somewhat of an impromptu. Like I said, I just had a thought, and I got two precepts I know for sure. First Peter, I'm going to get that, 1 Peter 1. And I'm going to get Hebrews 11. But let's get an example just to show how our forefathers since the beginning been looking forward to the same things we looking forward to. Because again, look, it's all the same promise. The Most High promised it to the one nation, the nation of Israel. And prophets and righteous people throughout the different ages came down and hoped and looked forward to these things. Well, look, this the last generation. And we wholeheartedly believe that, man. But let's get this real quick. So this Jude chapter 1. And I'm going to get straight to the point. This Jude chapter 1 and verse 14. It says, and Enoch also the seventh from Adam. So going back to what we said earlier. Yes, since the beginning. That seventh chosen one from Adam. Since him. All our forefathers always look for a savior, Messiah, to get us back on that right track as the Lord chosen people, man. But it says, and Enoch also, the seventh from Adam, prophesied of these, saying, behold, the Lord cometh with 10,000 of his saints. So Enoch prophesied about Yahawashi coming back. Enoch prophesied about Yahawashi coming back with the angels, man. As technological advance as that second coming go be with chariots, spiritual power, Enoch prophesied about this in the ancient world. And here we are today in that advanced society with Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. And we about to see what this man been talked about. The seventh from Adam. It says, just to show you these things that we saying ain't new. It's not new as in the point of just being said in the earth. No, it's kainos, the Greek word kainos. This is a new song. It's just being refreshed in the earth. Our forefathers been believed and prophesied about these things, looking for them, but they didn't get them. Now we here in that time, Habakkuk the second chapter, at the end of the show, speaking not lie, we in that time and actually saying what they hoped in. The Lord got us here today, in which this is the thing. Some of our forefathers, some of those prophets, the Lord just got the elect here to receive what they hoped and prophesied about in the beginning, throughout history, throughout different incarnations. This the last one, man. So let's finish that. Just to look, our forefather Enoch was looking for Yahawashi to come back with the angels. And here we are talking about the same things. It says, Jude 1 and 14, and Enoch also, the seventh from Adam, prophesied of these, saying, behold, the Lord cometh with 10,000 of his saints to do what? To execute judgment upon all, and to convince all that are ungodly among them of their ungodly deeds which they have ungodly committed, and all of their harsh speeches which ungodly sinners have spoken against them. So he knew the Lord was coming to pronounce judgment. And we even that much more closer. Let me get another one that came to mind. Our forefather Jacob. Because he told us about Shiloh. He told us about Shiloh. Right? Let me get another letter. So there's Genesis 49, and I'm just getting examples to show that what we looking for now, hoping for now, you had forefathers back then look for the same thing and hope for the same thing. That's another one, Lord willing, we get that one next. Look for what? The consolation of Israel. This is Genesis 49, and I'm going to start at 1. Now this is our forefather Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel. It says, and Jacob called unto his sons and said, gather yourselves together, that I may tell you what shall befall you in the latter days. So Jacob grabbed all his sons. He told them different things. He told each son, which each son became a tribe. But he told each son on some things that may happen to them in the latter days. And that's, Salaki, in this chapter is how we can get, Salaki, an example on who the tribes are today. Right? By certain characteristics. But let's jump down to Judah. Let's jump down to Judah and see what he say. So it says, verse 8, Genesis 49 and 8, it says, Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise. Right? Because Judah the head of the tribes. It says, thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemies, and thy father's children shall bow down unto thee. It says, Judah is a lion's whelp from the prey, my son, thou art going up. He stooped down, he couched as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up? And Salaki, too, for background noise. Like I said, they over here cutting grass at the job. But let's finish. So it's talking about Judah. It says, verse 10, the scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come, and unto him shall the gathering of the people be. We got to read this again. Now remember, this is our forefather Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel. Now we got Enoch, since the beginning of the world. Look, Enoch was, and it's the thing, Enoch was pre-Diluvian era. He was pre-Diluvian era, which is before the flood. And he was talking about what we talking about, believing in what we believing in. Now you got Jacob, our forefather, who was post-Diluvian. Now you got a man even after the flood. Guess what? The same song was still in the earth after the flood. After the world changed, the same song was still in the earth. Men were still believing in the same thing. That a man was going to come and gather the chosen people together. You see? Um, yeah, like I was saying. So look, even after the flood, the same belief was still in the earth. And look, we have that same belief to this day. But let's get our forefather Jacob on what he told his sons, mainly what was going to come from the tribe of Judah, or who was going to come from the tribe of Judah. This Genesis 49 and verse 10 again. The scepter shall not depart from Judah, because, the line of the kings, mainly, the everlasting king, Judah, at the throne of David. It says, the scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come. So Jacob telling us, look, certain things ain't gonna happen, or ain't gonna happen until Shiloh come. Let's go into this word Shiloh. Let's go into it. This is Shiloh, because the definition I want, it says an epithet for the Messiah. Here it is. So it's Shiloh is H7886. It says Shayalah. Shayalah. It says an epithet of the Messiah. Now let's look at what epithet means. Because it says an epithet for the Messiah. It says epithet, an adjective or descriptive phrase expressing a quality, characteristic of the person or thing mentioned. So in other words, it's a nickname for Yahawashi. Shiloh is a nickname for Yahawashi. So going back to it, Jacob was even telling us, look, Yahawashi go come. Well, she will be the one to bring us peace as a nation of Israel, give us that rest. But let's read that again. It says, and we're going to move on. It says, the scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet until Shiloh come, and unto him shall the gathering of the people be. And it's not Yahawashi going to do that. And again, we in that's the point. Our forefather Jacob said it. He knew it until the gathering of the people be. Guess what? Are we not in the time where Yahawashi about to come back on these chariots, on these UFOs, as the world know, and come gather the people? And it's the thing, the Lord got us here alive, whatever years we was born. You got probably elder men, 60s and 70s, 80s, 90s, right? 90s. I'm 93. Right, but it's probably 2000s. The point is, the Lord had us born at all of these times to come in the truth at different times, to do certain works, to prophesy for so long, and to get to this point. So now He's finally about to send a man that our forefathers been looking forward to seeing in our generation, to, Lord willing, beam us up. Man, hey, you know how wild that is? And that's what I was up there at the job thinking about that, like, man, that's... Hey, the Wadi Yahawashi Yahawashi, man. You just got to give praises to the Lord. The Wadi Yahawashi Yahawashi. Hey, Barakatah Yahawashi Yahawashi. Hey, we even got an opportunity to be a part of that number. And again, we say Lord willing because we don't know, but this is our hope, man. Well, I mean, what else we here for? You see? But let's get this in Luke 2. But that's amazing, though, man. And because who would ever knew? Look, all us, I'm sure, probably grew up in the church, read the Bible before, had Bibles, right? And never knew that we, and we will be taking part fulfilling some of these chapters and verses and scriptures in the Bible. Who would have ever thought? And we had the book this whole time and never just considered that the Lord was going to use us to fulfill some of these parts of the Bible, man. And look, not just some, but Lord willing, the main one of the coming of His Son, beaming up the elect. You know how big that's going to be? Bro, if we actually are the elect, you know how much of an honor. And see, big, that's a super understatement. So Salakia, for my lack of, an expensive vocabulary, right? But man, that's an honor. Like, come on, man, to be the elect, to you always read the Lord coming back to get His, and the second Esdras 2, them getting crowned, and coming to find out you was there. You see, you was in that number. What they say, when the saints go marching in. But let's read this in Luke 2. Salakia. Let's read this in Luke 2 just to show, man, people from our nation, especially the righteous, always look for the Lord. They always look for him. And the Lord got us here today. It says, this Luke 2, this when Yahawashi was a child, right? This the man Simeon, the elder man Simeon, when the Lord went to the temple. So this Luke chapter 2 and verse 25, it says, and behold, there was a man in Jerusalem whose name was Simeon, right? Or Shemawan, which is affliction heard. It says, and the same man was just and devout. Look, here it is, waiting for the consolation of Israel. This is a quick Google definition of consolation. It says consolation, the comfort received by a person after a loss or disappointment. It says comfort. That's what we've been looking for as a nation, especially the righteous, because we know it ain't supposed to be like this. So we're looking for comfort, and Yahawashi come and bring that, man. And like the scriptures say, comfort ye, comfort me, my people, daughter of Jerusalem, because your warfare is accomplished. Our whole nation been looking for that moment when the Lord told us we was going to rule over other nations. Considering what he told Moses, we was going to be the chosen people. We always been seeking that out, and it never happened. We always lost. But we here today, the Lord got us born and alive today to do this work, to be, Lord willing, a part of that generation who finally, as we living, receive it, man. Look, our forefather Abraham never received that. As great as he was, he wasn't there to receive that. Now, again, we know men coming back in reincarnation, but I'm talking about the man himself. Like even Moses wasn't even allowed to even go into the promised land. He wasn't even allowed. As great as he was, you see, King David wanted to build a temple as great and as the man King David was. He wasn't even able to build the first temple. You see? I'm sure he's still looking for that everlasting throne that was promised to him. Guess what? He ain't get it yet. Lord willing, this the time to all them hopes of our forefathers, whatever incarnation they're in, might be now, or the Lord probably have some of the greats, up there in the heavens right now, and then, don't got to go through Jacob's trouble. Who knows? You see, I'll go be sent down to help doing Jacob's trouble. I don't know, but let's get this in Luke 2. So like I paused it, that people are starting to cut grass a little too close again. But let's get this in Luke 2. This Luke chapter 2 and 25. It says, and behold, there was a man in Jerusalem whose name was Simeon. And the same man was just and devout, waiting for the consolation of Israel. Man, that put a smile on my face. And the Holy Spirit was upon him. It says, and it was revealed unto him by the Holy Spirit that he should not see death before he had seen the Lord's anointed. So, in spirit, and I'm not saying this because that was talking about in that time that he wasn't going to die as the elder man in that time, before he seen Yahawashi, as a child. But the Lord might have it like that today, like that man here part of the day as an elder man, and the Lord will have him alive to see the Lord coming again. That's just speaking as a man, spiritual take. It says, and he came by the Spirit into the temple. And when the parents brought in the child Yahawashi to do for him after the custom of the law, then he took him up in his arms and blessed him and said, so look, this man went to Mary and Joseph and said, look, he took the Lord and he holding him, you got to picture it, he holding him and said, Lord, now let us thy servant depart in peace according to thy word, for my eyes have seen thy salvation, which thou hast prepared before the face of all people, a light to lighten the Gentiles and the glory of thy people Israel. And Joseph and his mother Mary marveled the things which were spoken of him. Right? It says, and Simeon blessed them and said unto Mary his mother, behold, this child is set for the falling and rising again of many in Israel, and for a sign which shall be spoken against. It says, yea, and a sword shall pierce through thine own soul also, that the thoughts of many hearts may be revealed. Now check this out. He wasn't the only one. It was somebody else who was looking for the consolation or the redemption of Israel. It was the elder woman. Her name was Anna. So I'm going to keep reading. It says, and there was one Anna, a prophetess, the daughter of Phanuel of the tribe of Asher. She was of great age and had lived with an husband 7 years from her virginity. And she was a widow of about fourscore and 4 years, which departed not from the temple, but served the Most High with fasting and prayers night and day. That was probably Judith in the reincarnation, because Judith did the same thing. After her husband died, she was just serving the Lord night and day, fasting, so on and so forth. That's probably was her. Right? And so look, it says, and she coming in that instant. So as Simeon was blessing the Lord and Mary and Joseph, she came in. And she coming in that instant gave thanks likewise unto the Lord, and spake of him to all them that look. Check this out. And spake of him to all them that looked for redemption in Jerusalem. So when she seen Yahawashi too, she said, "Oh, this the one. All y'all who wanted redemption in Jerusalem, this him. This little child right here, this him." And guess what we saying today? This him. That's what we telling the world. This man who will come on this chariot, on this UFO, this him. You know what it is in the book of John? How they went, I think it was Peter and them, or went to Peter, Nathaniel, them, if I'm not mistaken, and they went to Peter, and they said, "Look, we have found the one who Moses and the law spoke about. We found him, Yahawashi Mashiach and Nazareth, right? We found him too." And that's what we telling the world. He go come on a chariot, on a UFO. We found him too. So see, we got the same hope that men since literally the beginning of the world been looking for. And the Lord got us here at the end of the world in 2024, about to go to 2025 AD, and about to see these things happen. And Lord willing, be a part of those same promises and meet the men in the chariots. You see? And come to find out who all we was in the incarnation, and, and everything we hope for, and every time we finally go get it as we, come on, man. See? But let's move on. Let's move on. We all looking for the redemption of Israel, and that point to Yahawashi. Everybody been looking for Yahawashi since the beginning. What I want, let's get this in Romans. Now, when you go to Hebrews 11. I ain't gonna read the whole thing. I'm gonna just get the end. Now, when you go to Hebrews 11, I like to call this the Hall of Faith. You got the Hall of Fame in this world, but this the Hall of Faith. Our forefathers who had that faith, who believe. Now, again, it's going to go into things that our forefathers believed in and they ain't get it, though. They ain't get it. And it's the last verse of this chapter I want to get because it says that they without us can't be made perfect. In other words, without this last generation going through this last incarnation and doing the work, you see, nobody will we got to fulfill this last portion. Like it was told to Ezra, until the last seed be fulfilled in us. Once everybody did their lot, the elect, and everything said and done, then we can all ball out with Yahawashi in the kingdom. So we gotta fulfill this last incarnation. And again, Lord willing, we're that number, man. But hey, that's the hope. Let's get this in Hebrews 11. I'm gonna start with I'm gonna get Abraham real quick. I'm gonna get straight to the point because I gotta wind it down. So it says, let's see. It says Abraham by faith, Hebrews 11:8. By faith, Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he should, after receive for an inheritance, obeyed. He went out, not knowing whither he went. But he sojourned in the land of promise, as in a strange land, dwelling in tabernacles with Isaac and Jacob. It says, it didn't skip over Esau, right? Because he don't matter. It says Isaac and Jacob, the heirs, that's why, the heirs with him of the same promise. Lord willing, we heirs of Yahawashi and all these other men of the same promise. In this modern society, think about that's what kind of is blowing my mind. In this modern society with all this technology and how everything's so-called so advanced, what we hoping and haven't seen yet, men of old who ain't have all this stuff, who was walking, who feet dirty because sandals and all day and garments, and you see, and walking with cattle and shepherds. We literally believing in the same thing, and it's about to happen. That's mind-blowing to me, man. So it says, verse 10, for he looked for a city which had foundation. So look, he looked for something. He was hoping for something. Whose builder and maker is the Most High. I'm going to jump down. It says, Verse 13, it says, these all died in faith, not having received the promises. See, they all died and they ain't get it. They ain't get the kingdom of heaven. King David ain't witnessed the everlasting throne of David yet. They ain't see those things, man. Shit, even us, we ain't see none of that shit. It says, these all, but it's talking about the men of old. It says, these all died in faith, not having received the promises, but having seen them afar off, and were persuaded of them, and embraced them, and confessed that they were strangers and pilgrims on the earth. And we get that same thing today. Like, look, okay, we got this promise, it's coming, I believe it, we embracing it, I can't wait. So as I'm on the earth right now, look, we just getting by. So whatever happens, whatever be given to us, given, whatever be taken, because look, this not our home anyway. Let's continue. It says, for they that say such things declare plainly that they seek a country. And truly, if they had been mindful of that country from whence they came out, they might have had an opportunity to have returned. So look, if Abraham them missed Ur the Chaldees, if men of the law was called and started missing their old life, if they want to go back, it says they could have went back. Right? It says they might have had an opportunity to return. It says, but now they desire a better country. And that's our mindset. We know, yeah, we can go back to America and all that and dibble and dabble and indulge, but what's the point? What's the point? To enjoy a pleasure of sin for a season? For a short time? And then vote for Kamala? It says, but now they desire a better country that is a heavenly, and wherefore the Most High is not ashamed to be called their God, for he hath prepared for them a city. Now let me jump down. Now let's go into many great forefathers. It says, verse 39, all these, it says, and these all, having obtained a good report through faith, received not the promise. So yeah, they got a good name. Yeah, they famous. Yeah, they great men of the nation, the leaders of the nation, the fathers of the nation. But they ain't even get what they was hoping for yet. But Apostle Paul gonna say, all these, having obtained a good report through faith, received not the promise. But the Most High, having provided some better thing for us, that they without us should not be made perfect. Come on, man. Come on, man. So yeah, man, that's cold. So I'm gonna get this in 1 Peter. Let's get this in 1 Peter and I'm gonna end it. I got all my coworkers popping in and out, trying to be circumspect. I had to pause it a couple of times already, but let's hurry up and hit it. So this 1 Peter chapter 1 and verse 7, it says that the trial of your faith being much more precious than of gold that perishes. So look, these things we talking about, believing in, you know how far-fetched that sound, how crazy that sound, But the thing is, yeah, it's gonna be tried, by way of people scoffing at us, or the trials that we may have to go through as we enter faith. But this is the thing, it says, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise, honor, and glory at the appearing of Yahawashi Mashiach. So the day that Enoch talked, now we about to wrap it up. The day that Enoch talked about, that the Lord coming with thousands of his saints, right, to judge. In Genesis, our forefather Jacob, what he said, until Shiloh come, until the Messiah come and gather the people. And then Simeon, he praised the Lord because he knew Yahawashi was going to be the consolation, the comfort of Israel. And then the woman Anna said, yeah, all who've been looking for redemption, there's him. There's him. So we have that same belief, and now we have more understanding on how he going to come. We could say he going to come on a chariot or a UFO. And we could tell people, look, this is what Abraham believed in. This is what so-and-so believed in. People of the Bible, and they can't get how literally what Paul talked about, we talking about. What Peter talked about, we talking about. You feel me? It sounds crazy. Just like our forefathers of old sounded crazy, but this is the point. Although we all sounded crazy together since the beginning of the world, guess when it's going to pay off? When the man Yahawashi actually come back. That's when it's going to pay off. Then everybody going to see, oh shit, they wasn't crazy. And that's when it's going to pay off. Let's read it. It's gonna say too after this that and how all the prophets been looking for this. The Lord got us here today to wrap it up. He got us here today to, Lord willing, fulfill this, man. It says, let's read it. That the trial of your faith, 1 Peter 1:7, that the trial of your faith being much more precious than of gold that perisheth, though it be tried with fire, might be found, though it be tried with fire, so what we believe in, might be found unto praise, honor, and glory when at the appearing of Yahawashi Mashiach. So when Yahawashi actually come back, that's when our so-called crazy belief going to truly pay off. It's going to pay off. It says, whom having not seen, check this out. So we ain't never see Yahawashi in this generation, in this life. It says, whom having not seen, ye love. And in whom, man, this verse always make me smile, you know? It says, in whom, though now ye see him not, so we still don't see him, it says, yet believing, ye rejoice with joy. Hey, hold on. It says, you rejoice with joy unspeakable and full of glory. Come on, man. Think about that. We changed, and I like to say this like this, but we changed our life for a man we haven't even met yet. Now again, yes, we met him in past lives. If we're the elect, was with him before the world was, but in this life, we changed our life for a man we haven't even met. We don't know how he look. We can't describe him specifically in detail, but we scared of him. We fear him, and we got children and wives, and we making them do it too, and they down with it. They ain't meet him either. We stepping aside from family, biological family we see every day for this man we never met, right? Because we ain't got to. It's the connection there. It's one of those, if you know, you know. You see? Come on, man. Let's continue. I ain't want to go this long, but we, flowing. It says, verse 8 again. Whom having not seen ye love, and in whom though now ye see him not, yet believing, ye rejoice with joy unspeakable and full of glory. Check this out. Receiving the end of your faith. Now again, we talked about all those who had faith since the beginning. Enoch, Abraham, so on and so forth, right? But it says, at this time Yahawashi will come, we're going to get the end of our faith. It says, which is the salvation of your souls. Now what is faith? The substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So it's saying the day Yahawashi come, it ain't gonna be no point of faith from that day forth, because he gonna be here. We gonna have everything we hope for. And he told King David that the everlasting throne is gonna start that day. The throne of David gonna start that day, and Yahawashi gonna sit on it though. You see, just like it was told King David in 2 Samuel, the 7th chapter. It's gonna happen in that day. This kingdom that Abraham looked for, the everlasting, is gonna happen on that day. What faith? It ain't gonna be no point of faith. We're gonna have it. But look, the point is, we in that time. We in that time. It says, receiving the end of your faith, even the salvation of your soul. So the day Yahawashi come back, look, we're going to get everything, have everything that all the forefathers, all of the nation, the righteous been want since the beginning. It says, check this out, of which salvation, so getting beamed up in chariots and all that, it says, of which salvation the prophets have inquired and searched diligently. They've been looking for it, going through the precepts and all that. It says, of which salvation the prophets have inquired and searched diligently, who prophesied of the grace that should come unto you. What they said is about to happen in our lifetime. It says, searching what manner of time the spirit of Mashiach was in them did signify when it testified beforehand the sufferings of Mashiach and the glory that shall follow. Check this out. Unto whom it was revealed that not unto themselves, but unto us they did minister the things which are now reported unto you by them which have preached the gospel unto you by the Holy Spirit sent down from heaven. So all those things those men talked about was for us in these times to witness. Like it was told to Ezra in 2 Ezra 6, don't be afraid, because the word is for the end, or it's of the end. And it says which things the angels desire to look into. But I'm going to end it right there. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawashi, and with that, shalom.